Jai Hind everyone. I am Dr. Parul Verma from Value Education Cell, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today we are going to understand the next topic, a very important topic in the syllabus of Universal Human Values and Professional Ethics. The subject code is BVE 301 and for even SEM it is BVE 401. So, in the previous lecture, we have understood that what is harmony in nature and what is my participation, what is the participation of human being in harmony in nature. Now, the next level is realizing existence as coexistence at all levels. So, we need to understand that what is the holistic perception of harmony in existence. First of all, a very important question that is there any need to understand this existence? If we have understood harmony in individual, harmony in family, harmony in society, then is there anything left which is need to be understood, which is essential to live holistically, which is essential to understand and to realize, to understand the interconnectedness and mutual fulfillment among all four orders. So, there is a nature and there is a mutual fulfillment, interdependency in the unit of nature. Then what is left to be understood? So, there is something which is there in existence which represent this coexistence at all four levels and which is reflected in the form of coexistence at all four levels. So, moving forward, we have understood that humans' basic aspiration is continuous happiness and prosperity. And we have seen that the program for fulfillment of this human aspiration is that we need to understood and living in harmony at all four levels, harmony in human being, harmony in family, harmony in society, harmony in nature existence. So, earlier we have understood the other four parameters, harmony in human being, harmony in family, harmony in society and harmony in nature. In this lecture, we are going to understood that what is this term existence, what does it means and what do we mean by that there is a harmony in existence. Again, the process remains same in understanding the value education, that we need to self-explore. A proposal has been given which we verify on the basis of our natural acceptance, which is innate within all of us. And when we verify that this proposal is true, we need to live according to it. If we live with human being, we do some behavior with human being, with that particular proposal, it leads to mutual happiness. And if we work with nature, with that particular same proposal, it brings mutual prosperity. So, it is the sign that if mutual happiness and mutual prosperity occurs, mutual happiness in human being and mutual prosperity with the rest of nature, we can say that the proposal is right, as well as we have verified this particular proposal in a right manner. It means the proposal is on the basis of our natural acceptance. So, let us explore a new proposal, that harmony in existence. So, what do you mean by harmony in existence? Existence means if we do the breakage of this existence, it will become exist plus essence. In Hindi, it is termed as astitva, which is equivalent to asti plus tva. Asti means something which exists, it means hona, hai, and tva means vyavastha. Vyavastha means there is a mutual fulfillment in existence. So, how we can define this existence? We are saying that whatever exists is actually existence, and whenever something exists, it is to be, and plus essence, it is in harmony. It not only exists, but it exists with mutual fulfillment or with harmony. Moving forward, it is also important to understand that there is existence, but not only existence, but this existence by virtue of coexistence. So we can say it as existence is coexistence. What does this term means, coexistence? It means that all the units which we have understood so far submerged in space. So now we have two things to understand. One is unit, another one is space, and the most important part is coexistence, which we need to understand, which is actually the submergence of unit in space. So we can see that astitva is equal to सह अस्तित्व, which is equal to शून्य में संपृक्त इकाइयां, unit submerged in space. So now we can define units. Unit can be defined that it is limited in size. It is having some boundary. It is having a core property of limitedness. They appear to be separate from each other, in isolation from each other. We can identify units in isolation. We can count it that this is unit number 1, this is unit number 2. Because of its boundary, its size is limited. If we focus on this unit only, and that too in isolation, we will feel the separateness, dividedness, individualistic approach within ourselves. But we need to think, are they actually divided? Are these units isolated in nature, or they are related? So if we see that there is a relatedness in all 4 units, in all 4 order, in all the unit in present in this existence, then what should be the basis of this relationship? Is there something which holds these units and maintain this mutual fulfillment? Because one can observe easily that no unit can exist in isolation. We as a human being, totally depending on animal order, plant order, material order, so we cannot exist separately, we cannot exist in isolation. We are related to each other. In fact, all units are related to each other. Then what should be the base of this relationship? So if we understood this reality, that there is something which is in base of all 4 units, which is everywhere, we can observe that these units are not divided, but these can be counted, and these can be counted in space. So space becomes the base for counting these particular units. So we can count it down, and these units are present. They can be divided into 2 parts, and these divided units are present in particular space. This relationship between units in the presence of phase, at the base it is a space, is actually known as coexistence. So if we need to understand, we need to maintain harmony at all 4 levels, we cannot skip this core concept of coexistence, because if we do not understand this coexistence, we cannot realize that what should be the basis of the relationship between units. If we understood this core concept of coexistence, and understood is not the better word, we can say realization is the better word. So the wholesome reality, which is coexistence, we need to realize it. If we are going to understand in a logical manner, it becomes incomplete. That what is this reality actually, coexistence? So one need to realize this core phenomena of coexistence. But in this lecture, we are going to understand this core phenomena in some logical manner. So we can observe that in existence, there are some unit, there is a space, and there is submergence. So there are these 3 realities. We can say that there are units, it is a reality, there is a space, it is a reality, and there is a submergence, sah astitva, coexistence. This coexistence is ever present in nature. Unit may be there, unit may not be there, but this coexistence is always there in existence. So if we define by size, we can say that units are limited in size, but space in us is unlimited. It is all pervading. It is vyapak in nature. So which is everywhere in this existence is actually known as a space. and which is having a boundary which is limited in size is known as unit. Another parameter to explain this unit and space is that unit have activity, it is active, while space has it is inactive, or we can say it has no activity on its own. That's why it is known as shunya also, because it is not like that it is nothing. That's why we are saying shunya. It is there, and but in activity it is, we can say that there is no activity in space. That's why we are saying it as shunya also. So if we are going to understand this submergence, so unit are limited in size, they are active. You can observe that there is no such unit which is not having activity in it. Space is unlimited, all pervading, and it is having activity. And in the light of this understanding unit and space, we need to understand the core concept of submergence. When we are talking about submergence, we can observe that all units are energized in space because of this coexistence, because of this submergence. All units are self-organized in space. They are self-organized, they are harmony in space. Units are in harmony in space. Units recognize relationship with other unit and fulfill its relationship with every unit in space. So it is the space who become base for self-organization among all unit in a space. And all units are active in space, all units are energized in space, and all unit do recognize its relationship with other unit, and it is in the presence of space. So space is a reality which we need to understand, which we cannot skip, that what is this reality. And if we understood the unit, core concept of unit, we need to understand this coexistence phenomena to understand the mutual fulfillment among all the units. Now, if we say unit also having two classes. One is known as material, in which the activity is only recognition and fulfillment. And all material units are temporary. We can say anitya. So material, by activity we can define the unit as material if it recognize and fulfill. For example, if hydrogen reacts with oxygen, it forms water, because hydrogen is a material, oxygen is a material, and it recognizes its relationship in between them and forms a definite material that is known as water. But when we talk about conscious unit, the activity in conscious unit is somewhat more than recognition and fulfillment, which is knowing and assuming. And conscious unit in time, it is continuous in nature, unlike material, which is temporary in nature. So no material in this existence is permanent, it's continuous, and conscious unit is always continuous in nature. In this parameter of time and space, if we talk about space, space is ever present and it is unbounded in time, which we can term as it is nitya. So we can understood that units, among units two classes are there, material and consciousness. Material is temporary in nature, while consciousness is continuous in nature. And there is one more reality, that is space. Space is ever present. It is unbounded in time. So it is classified as material as anitya, consciousness as nirantar. It is present always. It is continuous in nature. And space we can define it as nitya. So if we understood this whole chart of existence, we can observe that there is a coexistence. Coexistence means the unit submerged in space, and there are two types of unit which we can observe in this slide, material as well as conscious unit. So we have just studied the attributes of unit. Units are limited in size, it is active in nature, it is self-organized, it is energized, and it is recognizing the relationship and fulfill its relationship with every other unit. While when we are talking about space, it is Vyapak in nature, it is all pervading, it is unlimited, and it has no activity within self. But all units are energized in this space, and all units are active in this space. So whenever we are talking about conscious unit can be identified by its continuous nature. It has some activity which is termed as knowing, assuming, recognizing, and fulfillment. Material unit is divided into two parts, we can say physical order and bio order. In physical order, the smallest unit is atom. Atom form molecules, molecule form molecular structure form lumps and fluid, and this lump combined with fluid, it will become a cell. And when the cell is formed, a unicellular plant can be formed, and then it is converted into a whole plant, a whole tree, shrub or herbs. This can be, the evaluation has been done, and this can be converted into an animal body. And animal body is evolve and getting converted into human body. So in material, we can observe there are so many plants, animal body and human body is there. And this development is cyclic in nature. So when animal body dies, it is converted, it is degraded into its core unit. When human body degrades, it is also converted into a core unit. When animal body combines with conscious unit, it will become animal order. And when human body combines with human order, combines with conscious unit, it will become human order. The whole chart of which represent the material, we can say it is cyclic in nature. This whole development is cyclic in nature. The things forms and the things deform. So all materials show this property of deformation and formation. But when the self getting attached with animal and it forms animal order, and the self getting attached with human and it forms human order, and when there will be a right understanding and right feeling in human being, it is not cyclic in nature. If this development occur and there is a completeness of conduct in human being, it is not cyclic in nature. It remain within our conscious always. So if we live with right understanding, we try to understand the harmony in whole existence and what is my participation in this nature existence. And if we live with this, with the feeling of right understanding and with the right feeling, it is forever. If we understood something in a right manner, it is forever. It goes with us and there is no repeating cycle of it. So if we understood something, we have understood. There is no repetition of it. But when we are talking about material is by way, it is cyclic in nature. So whenever human being has understood something, it is with them always, because there is no cyclic characteristic in this human order. So if we developed right understanding and right feeling within ourselves, after the understanding is core concept of universal human values, we live with us and we have to behave in this manner. We cannot change our behavior after getting this right understanding and right feeling within ourselves. So in this lecture, we have understood that there is a harmony in existence and there is a submergence in existence, which is known as coexistence. And with this feeling of coexistence, all units are become mutual fulfillment with showing mutual fulfillment with each other in the presence of space. So the core concept of submergence is also important to understand, so that one can observe the feeling of this coexistence within ourselves. And with this feeling of coexistence, the relationship between unit, if we understood, we live accordingly. And we are not living right now with this feeling of coexistence. That's why we are doing some mistakes. That's why we are showing some wrong behavior with others, because this core concept of coexistence and submergence we need to realize. Once we realize that we exist in a mutual fulfilling manner, recognizing our relationship with other human being as well as animal order as well as other units present in nature, we need to behave accordingly we need to live accordingly. So thank you so much.